Previously on The Moon and Her Wolf.
I am waiting for a good death. Yes, were I to simply lay down and die, it would not please Malakath. Perhaps. Are you sure about this? We shall see. You're mine!
Problem solved.
They're saying that the dragons have returned. As if we didn't have enough to worry about already.
Greetings and salutations. My name is... Wait a minute. Are you an Imperial agent? I think you're answering a question with another question in an attempt to confuse me. I think it's working. Only an Imperial agent would be so cunning. Which is surprising because they're normally so stupid. Well, 2 can play that game. So can 3. Pretty much any number less than 12. This dump? Are you out of your mind? I just sleep here, live here, and use the vegetable garden. No, this all belongs to someone else. Sure they are. There's corn, artichokes, and that nightshade-looking thing over there is some kind of dwarven onion. Some plant mage. Probably wasn't a very good one either, using a stove for an alchemy table. I'll let him move back in. What's so surprising about it? I've got dignity frothing out of my tunic. And before you go there, I'm not talking about the stains. Or maybe I am. I'm a son of Skyrim. Nothing we ever say or do is wrong. Of course. Not officially, but I follow the one true king of Skyrim. Not that harlot widow, what's-her-face, General Tullius. What kind of name is that for a Jarl? Or a woman? General. Sounds like something I'd name a store. Or the assortment of garbage that collects under my foot. Then why does he insist people call him that? That makes him more of an idiot. Ulfric, though, he's a smart one. Some say he might even be Talos reborn. That's ridiculous. Ulfric isn't the second coming of Talos. He is Talos. You heard me. Tiber Septim has been hiding ever since he faked his death in the 38th year of the Third Era. I can prove it. I was there. What? Have you been sticking fire salts up your ass? Well, you shouldn't. Sure, it feels good, but it'll give you the meanest rash. Not that that'll stop children from doing it. Children are the worst breed of fungus. I should know. I used to own one. You mean Talos? What about him? I never said that. You ought to get your eyes checked. I'm not a day over 20. What happened is, I got my hand on this thing. It's called an Elder Scroll. I used it to travel to another dimension, where they had invented time travel, and something called a centaur. I think it's like a minotaur with the head of a centurion. What? Then it's already begun.
I'll believe it when I see it for myself.
That's the thing. He never existed. Of course, some people say he was seduced away by dark elves. What a bunch of chicken feathers. Just another thing dreamt up by mages who need courage spells to confront the fact they're all miserable failures. I sent letters to the false queen, Jarl Tullius. Scathing missives that mock her figure and the vast emptiness of her pink palace. At the bottom, I sometimes scribble drawings of a pornographic nature, just to further illustrate my point. And trust such an important message to an amateur? Never. The letter stays in my pocket until I can find an official courier. Right, so the Moon Elves sent me back to the dawn of the Third Era. It's there that I wrote this book about the mystery of Talara, whose story came to me in a dream. It's about a princess who lost her identity following a royal murder plot. And that's when I realized, to avoid assassination, Tiber Septim was secretly living in the Imperial City as a prostitute named Gina. We all were. We all were. Tiber Septim, you see, is what you call a shapeshifter. Not some illusionist like Jagger Tharn, but a real shapeshifter. The kind that can transform into a dragon or a bale of hay. And blow their cover. You really are bad at this. But vampires are. That's right. Ulfric Stormcloak is actually Tiber Septim, a shape-shifting vampire. Remember that the next time you visit the Palace of the Kings. Haven't you been paying attention to a word I've said? The Stormcloaks are my family. I had a father once, Thornvar the Nail. The way he talked, people used to say he took a hammer to the head, hence the name. Nobody says that about me. I'm nobody's nail. I'm the hammer. Got what you needed, did you, you Imperial agent? Too bad for you, the Moon Elves taught me a spell that will erase your memory. All I have to do is look into your eyes and wait for it. Wait for it. There!
Huh. You're no fun at all. Guess I'll have to make my own fun elsewhere. And with the pub back, I'll be restored to my full power. There's a whole world just waiting for me!
Your body's out of sight when you're moving. You look just like my type, so let's do it. You know I'll treat you right, let me prove it. And I could go all night. I'm sick of being nothing.
And we understand each other,
right.
because the same goes for you.
Something I'll fight with every breath, trust me. I'ma be the one at the top, you can't touch me. I need to find...
Heard they're reforming the Dawn Guard. Vampire hunters or something in the old fort near Riften.
Spots where no one
I'd
can
consider
see us.
joining up myself.
Just you and me alone with no distractions and no clothes.
I had another run-in with the Thieves' Guild.
Be careful, Mule. The Thieves Guild has Maven Blackbriar at its back. One snap of her fingers and you could end up in Riften jail. or worse.
They represent the reason I'm here. I can't just ignore them, Eren.
I know. I just don't want you to leave. You're the only good thing that's happened to this city in a long time.
I don't know you. You and Riften looking for trouble? Don't say something you'll regret. Last thing the Blackbriars need is some loudmouth trying to meddle in their affairs. The Blackbriars have Riften in their pocket, and the Thieves Guild watching their back. So keep your nose out of their business. Me? I'm Maul. I watch the streets for them. If you need dirt on anything, I'm your guy. But it'll cost you. Alright. Let's not get too hasty now. So what do you want to know? The only thing I heard is a rumor that a boy named Aventus Aretino in Windhelm has been attempting to contact the Dark Brotherhood. He used to live here in Riften at the orphanage on the other side of town, but I think he ran away. Can't say I blame him. You kidding? My brother Dirge works in their hideout. I used to run with them myself, but took a job with Maven after they started hitting a rough patch. If you want to get in on that action, find Brynjolf in the marketplace. I'm sure he could use someone like you. Be seeing you around.
I'm really getting tired of your excuses. When you borrowed the money, you said you'd pay it back on time and for double the usual fee.
I know I did. But how was I to know the shipment would get robbed?
Next time, keep your plans quieter, and nothing would have happened to it.
What? Are you telling me you robbed it? Why? Why are you doing this to me?
Look, Shadra, last warning. Pay up or else. All I care about is the gold. Everything else is your problem.
Huh? What do you want? I owe a great deal of money to someone, and I think they cheated me. I don't know what to do. I was able to work out a deal with the stables in Whiterun to sell me some of their tack and harnesses. I borrowed some gold from Sapphire to pay for the shipment, but it got robbed before it even arrived. Now Sapphire wants her money back, and if I don't pay her, I think she's going to kill me. You will? Oh, thank you. Be careful with Sapphire. She mixes with all sorts
What's your problem?
of
I knew that stupid kid would try and find a way to weasel out of his debt. Look, this is really simple. I lent him some gold, he promised to pay me back, and now he says he's broke. End of story. Are you kidding me? I've got the entire Thieves Guild at my back. What have you got? I don't care. A deal's a deal. You can go back and forth all you want. He just needs to pay. Yeah? What's your problem?
People of Riften, heed my words. The return of the dragons is not mere coincidence. This is one of the signs that Lady Mara is displeased with your constant inebriation. Put down your flagons filled with your vile liquids, and embrace the teachings of the Handmaiden of Kine.
No, Mara. It's wonderful to be able to sleep soundly.
I think the dog's all right.
Kirava, certainly
better behaved than
come
half
to
the
some sort
patrons
of an
anyway.
understanding. These people must be made aware of the chaos they've sown.
Enough, Maramar. We've all heard of the dragons and their return. There's no need to use them as an excuse to harass our customers.
Very well, Talon. I'll remove myself from this den of iniquity.
We're not kicking you out. Just keep the sermons at the temple and let us all sin in peace.
What do you need? About time we stop for a drink. First round's on me.
Never. I could take a hint, lass. You want to make some coin? Come find me. You lost?
If you've got the coin, you're welcome here. Otherwise, hit the road.
Our hero claims a warrior's heart. I tell you, the Dragonborn comes with a voice-wielding power of the ancient Nord art. Believe the
Sure thing. It's yours for a day.
It's an end to the evil of all Skyrim's foes.
Come back and see us again.
Beware, the Dragonborn comes. For the darkness has passed, and the legend yet grows. You'll know the Dragonborn.
What do you want to ask? You know, I once took a hunting trip to Morrowind. The cliff racers made for excellent sport. You could always tell when one was coming by the racket it made. Yeah, something on your mind?
This is an ode to Skyrim's truest sons and daughters, the Stormcloaks. We drink to our youth, to the days come and gone, for the age of oppression is now nearly done. We'll drive out the Empire from this land that we own.
What, you didn't notice my trail of admirers? Start washing your eyes in the morning.
All hail to Ulfric, you are the High King. In your great honor we drink and we sing. We're the children of Skyrim and we fight all our lives. And when Sovngarde beckons, every one of us dies. But this land is ours and we'll see it wiped clean of the scourge that has sullied our hopes and our dreams. All hail to Ulfric, you are the High King. In your great honor we drink and we sing.
You... what? Ladyship, sometimes you make me wonder how your mind works. And if it works at all.
Something on your mind? Of course. What were you wondering?
I've spent a long time wandering. This is where my feet led me.
We drink to our youth, to the
Aye,
days come and
isn't there
gone,
always?
to the age of
To want the
oppression
truth,
is
I've come back to
now
Skyrim to learn something of my heritage. My bloodline.
drive out the empire
The few
from this
clues that I have pointed me here,
and our steel
but it takes time to decode.
our home.
So, I'm paying my way by collecting bounties.
All hail to Ulfric, you are the high
Not
king.
anymore.
In your
Perhaps I do have blood
honor
kin
we
out there,
drink
but
and we
I've never
sing.
known them.
We're the children of Skyrim and we
No,
fight all our
I have no
lives.
voice of the Emperor, no dragon skin magic. I don't know the race of my mother. All I have is a hunch, but I need proof.
Ours, and we'll see it wiped clean of the scourge that has
Aye,
sullied
I'll find it
our
out,
hopes and our
eventually.
dreams. All hail to Ulfric, you are the High King.
Who were
In
you
your great
before you
honor
discovered you
we
had the
drink
dragon
and we
blood?
sing.
Then fell face first into a far more noble destiny, eh? Don't worry, I won't be holding your past against you.
Glad to know a bit more about you.
Enjoying a warm tavern and a good ale. You'll get no complaints from me. How are you holding up? That's good to know.
Our hero claims a warrior's heart. I tell you, the Dragonborn comes with a voice-wielding power of the ancient Nord art. Believe, the Dragonborn comes. It's an end to the evil of all Skyrim's foes. Beware, the Dragonborn comes. For the darkness has passed, and the legend yet grows. You'll know the Dragonborn's come.
Looks safe enough. I'm right next door, so... whatever.
Look alive, will you?
Yes, Mama.
Stay tuned for more of the Moon and her wolf.